If you'd like to be a little lighter than you are right now, this is an important message for you to hear. By now, we all know that weight loss is primarily a maths equation. If more calories are burned off than are taken in, we lose weight. But rather than obsess about the calories in part of the equation and diet ourselves into oblivion like so many of us have done in the past, why don't we flip the script and figure out how to burn off more energy without burning out? When we think about burning off calories, most of us think about gym sessions, spin classes, going for a run, or really intense exercise. And don't get me wrong, these absolutely have their place. In fact, we build our entire ladies only over 40s program around strength training as the main part because it's so important. But the gym isn't actually the biggest calorie burner in your day. Rather, there's another phenomenon that is responsible for the lion's share of energy that you burn off every single day. This phenomenon is known as NEAT, N-E-A-T, which stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. In English, this means all of the energy that you burn off on a daily basis that's not related to a formal gym, fitness session, or something deliberate. You could refer to these as accidental calories. The average person has 15 to 30% of their total energy expenditure attributed to NEAT. Not bad. But when you look at the extremes, you see why some people seem to really struggle and others feel like weight loss is effortless. Now, the typical white-collar sedentary office worker has about 6% of their daily energy expenditure attributed to NEAT. That means that 94% of their calories that burned on a daily basis need to be found through other sources. Whereas the typical active physical labour job worker can have up to 50% of their energy expenditure on a daily basis attributed to NEAT, which is pretty neat. How do you actually measure this? The easiest way for you to measure your NEAT and energy expenditure is to look at your daily step count. Now, to be clear, step count is just one part of NEAT, but it's a clue and an easy way to track how generally active you are on a daily basis. When I start talking about step count, most people roll their eyes and start thinking, I can't hit 10,000 steps a day, I'm not going to bother. I'm not asking you to. What I would prefer is for you to figure out where you are right now in terms of your general step count or energy expenditure. Find that baseline, never go below it, and very marginally start creeping it up. In real terms, if you're doing 1,000 steps per day, on average over the course of your day now, your next goal could be 1,500. And that's an extra 5 minutes of walking per day. Walk to the end of the street and back once extra a day. And that's enough for the next week. After that, we can reset and we can go for 2,000 and we can start creeping it up like that. But it's always better to take it nice and steady and creep up bit by bit by bit to make sure that what you're doing is sustainable, not just getting you results in the short term, but improving and being sustainable long into the future.